My first real assignment was to Omaha, Nebraska, at a place called Offutt Air Force Base, which at the time was the headquarters of the Strategic Air Command. And that was the part of the Air Force that really controlled all of the nuclear weapons that the Air Force controlled, whether they were delivered via bombers or from silos in the continental United States. And I actually worked in a place called the Underground there. So since that was the headquarters and a likely target back during the Cold War, they had hardened a bunker way beneath the ground, which is where I worked, and I didn't see daylight during the day while I was under in the bunker. Initially, I was a Soviet military aircraft analyst. So it was my job to manage a group of people that were specialists and experts on knowing everything there was to know about Soviet military airplanes, where they were located, their capabilities, how many they had, monitoring those kinds of things. And we used something that's called all-source intelligence, which basically is overhead imagery from satellites, human intelligence, people on the ground that may have been collecting information about various activities that the Soviet Union was up to communications intelligence, intercepted communications, telephone calls, and secure communications if we could break into that kind of thing. And I had a team of probably 10 people that worked for me. And I mean, it was pretty intimidating. Here I was, a brand new second lieutenant. I had no prior military experience except for my intelligence training in Denver. And I was suddenly put in charge of 10 people. And it was a grow up real fast kind of a situation, right? So some of the people that were working for me were old enough to be my dad. Some of them were, just out of high school. And in fact, some were kind of wild and rambunctious. So, you had to manage not only what they did while they were at work, but in fact, some of the younger ones, and I'll mention an incident briefly, but one guy that, was fresh out of high school and rambunctious and getting into all kinds of trouble. And I had to bail him out a couple times out of the local military jail for, drinking and disorderly conduct and stuff like that. So, like I said, it was a real eye-opening experience. I grew up real fast. I learned how to manage people. I learned how to empathize with people of all ages and all nationalities and all genders. So it was excellent training for, being a manager. I mean, being just immersed in it and trying to have to figure it out on the go.